Lumos. Step into the echoing corridors of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and you might just brush shoulders with history. Quite literally, Hogwarts is not only home to witches and wizards, but also to a colourful cast of ghosts who roam its ancient halls. These spectral residents each carry a tale from beyond the grave, laced with intrigue, sorrow, or mischief. Let's delve into the haunting origins of the castle's most notable phantoms and poltergeists. How they became ghosts. In the wizarding world, becoming a ghost is not the default afterlife option. It's a conscious choice made by witches and wizards who fear death or feel unfinished in life. Ghosts are imprints of the soul, left behind when the person couldn't move on. They are pale echoes of their former selves, lacking physical sensation and the ability to grow or change. Now let's meet Hogwarts' ghostly alumni. Sir Nicholas de Mimsy Porpington, Nearly Headless Nick. Gryffindor House's resident ghost, Sir Nicholas was a 15th century courtier in the royal court of King Henry VII. Charming and ambitious, he fancied himself a master of both etiquette and enchantments. His downfall came when a magical dental mishap left a noblewoman with tusks. Arrested and sentenced to death, his execution was botched. The axe took 45 strokes and still left his head attached by a sinew of skin and tendon. Hence he became Nearly Headless Nick. In death, Sir Nicholas remains courtly and concerned with appearances. He organises annual Death Day parties, continues to seek approval from the Headless Hunt, who reject him for being not quite headless enough, and acts as a guide and confidant to Gryffindor students. The Fat Friar. This jolly ghost represents Hufflepuff House and is as warm-hearted in death as he was in life. In his mortal days, he was a monk, known for his kindness, healing abilities, and a tendency to conjure food during sermons. He had a soft spot for the underdog and was quick to offer second chances, much to the chagrin of his superiors. Eventually, his magical talents and unorthodox miracles led to suspicion among the clergy. He was executed without trial, likely under the pretense of heresy. Rather than move on, the friar chose to stay behind at Hogwarts, where he could continue to spread kindness among the living. He often floats around the kitchens and corridors, sharing smiles and offering gentle advice. The Grey Lady. Ravenclaw House's ghost. The Grey Lady is steeped in melancholy mystery. Her real name? Helena Ravenclaw, daughter of Rowena Ravenclaw herself. Brilliant but burdened by the weight of her mother's legacy, Helena stole her mother's enchanted diadem, a relic said to grant wisdom, and fled across Europe, hiding in forests and distant lands. Rowena, stricken with illness and heartbreak, sent a trusted man to find Helena, the Bloody Baron, who was secretly in love with her. When he found her and she refused to return, he flew into a rage and killed her. His remorse was so profound that he ended his own life. Helena's spirit returned to Hogwarts, where she remains a distant and sorrowful figure. She rarely speaks to anyone, though she eventually reveals the truth to Harry Potter when the fate of the wizarding world hangs in the balance. The Bloody Baron. The Slytherin house ghost is shrouded in silence and silver bloodstains. Once a nobleman of proud standing, he was selected by Rowena Ravenclaw herself to find her missing daughter. He succeeded, but when Helena rejected him, his pride turned deadly. He killed her in a moment of wrath and then, horrified by his own actions, took his own life. His ghost, bound by guilt, returned to Hogwarts and took on a grim, penitent role. Drenched in spectral blood, he remains distant and brooding. His ominous presence strikes fear even in the heart of Peeves the poltergeist, who is known to taunt everyone else. Peeves the poltergeist. While not technically a ghost, Peeves is a poltergeist, a spirit born of chaos and mischief. Unlike ghosts, Peeves has a physical impact on the world. He can throw objects, unscrew chandeliers, and soak students with ink. He has plagued Hogwarts since its founding over 1,000 years ago, and despite numerous attempts, no headmaster has ever succeeded in banishing him. Teachers loathe him, students fear him, and caretaker Argus Filch wages a personal war against him. However, Peeves formed a delightful alliance with Fred and George Weasley. The twins treated him like a partner in pranks, even consulting him for advice. During their grand exit in Harry's 5th year, they commanded Peeves to "give her hell from us," referring to Dolores Umbridge. Peeves saluted them with a rare display of respect and did exactly that, turning Hogwarts into a chaotic circus of resistance. Moaning Myrtle. A fixture of the first-floor girls' bathroom, Myrtle Warren is infamous for her dramatic weeping. Killed by the basilisk under Tom Riddle's command, she now spends eternity lamenting her untimely demise. Moody, misunderstood and awkward, Myrtle occasionally pops up in unexpected places, like the prefect's bathroom, causing no end of embarrassment. Despite her gloomy demeanour, Myrtle plays a surprisingly important role in the events of Hogwarts. She assists Harry in deciphering the clue for the Triwizard Tournament's second task, and later, she forms an unusual bond with Draco Malfoy during his 6th year. Myrtle is one of the few beings Draco confides in while struggling under the burden of Voldemort's demands. She offers him a sympathetic ear, and for once finds herself less lonely as she shares her bathroom haunt with a tormented soul. Their bizarre companionship highlights the depth of Myrtle's longing for connection, and her uncanny knack for turning up where secrets linger. Professor Binns. The only ghostly teacher at Hogwarts, Professor Binns died mid-nap in the staff room and simply woke up to continue teaching. Known for his monotone lectures on goblin rebellions, Binns is oblivious to his spectral state and the boredom he inflicts. Yet, his dedication to history remains unwavering, if not entirely engaging. The Wailing Widow. A lesser-known ghost from Kent, the Wailing Widow once visited Hogwarts to attend a headless hunt party. Known for her high-pitched shrieks and tendency to dramatize her demise, she enjoys mingling with other ghosts and maintaining her tragic aura. Ghost at Gryffindor Tower. Though not specifically named, multiple accounts mention a ghost drifting near Gryffindor Tower. Some speculate it's a residual echo of a fallen student, while others believe it's simply Nearly Headless Nick on one of his frequent rounds. Either way, it adds to the tower's charm and occasional chill. Ghost of the Restricted Section. Whispers speak of a ghostly figure haunting the restricted section of the library, a place already brimming with sinister tomes. Some say it's the spirit of a student who tampered with forbidden spells. Others believe it's a former librarian keeping a spectral eye on the curious. Either way, approach those shelves with care. Ghost of the Cavalier. Said to be a long-dead duelist in flamboyant garb, the ghost of the Cavalier is rarely seen but often heard, striding down corridors and challenging portraits to duels. His origins remain unclear, but his dramatic flair has earned him a cult following among adventurous students. From comic mischief to tragic tales, Hogwarts ghosts are more than mere spectres. They are echoes of love, regret, rebellion, and history itself. So next time you're at Hogwarts, tread lightly and listen closely. The past is never far behind. Knox.